Okay, hello everyone. Just exploring some more snazzy dazzy music concepts. So basically, these are the minor and the major sharp scales, going in order of ascending sharps in the key signature for the scales. And then this is for the flats, the major and minor flats on a 12-pointed star, right? And I have the letters labeled as well. In fact, the minor, you can see, is a different shape than the rest of them, just to give you a starting point. And yeah, so as you can see, I actually did a kind of mirroring line for the horizontal, like, dimension and then the vertical dimension, right? So as you can see here, what's kind of interesting, so C and A, right? So 5 2 2 5 4 7 4 7, right? So let's start with the 4 7 4 7, and then there's a 2 4 7 and a 2, right? And then a 6 6, and then a 1 and a 4, right? And then this is a 1 and a 4 as well. Shuck it decker out, right? And then this one was actually left blank or didn't have a line to it, just like that, right? So there's that side that is kind of mirrored, right? So going from these points now, 6 3 3 6, right? And then we have a 1 1, and then we have the 5 5, and then a 3 3, and then 7 7, and then 2 5. So what do these numbers mean? Well, basically going in order, like from the scales with the number of sharps in them. So let's start with like the minor sharps, right? So we have A, E, B, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, G sharp minor, D sharp minor, A sharp minor, right? So A, E, and then B, and then F sharp, which is right in between the F and G here, right? Didn't mean to flick you off, sorry. And then C sharp, right in between the C and D, right? And then G sharp, right in between the A and G, right? And then D sharp, right in between the D and E here, right? D and E. And then the A sharp for the last minor scale with 7 sharps in its key signature, right? And also an interesting thing to note, notice how the 6th scale, or minor scale, D sharp, and then E flat, right? They're the same scale, which will hold true for the flats as well, right? Just like it did for the sharps. So let's do the major sharp scales here, right? So C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp, and then C sharp, right? For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? So there's that. Also, another thing to note, so 1, 2, 3. On the third one, that's when the minor scale starts to parallel with the major scale with the sharps in them as well, right? And then 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? And so in the middle of like the minor counting up is when we end the major scales, right? And then 5, 6, 7. So the last 3 of the minor scales, just like the first 3, points of the major scales that are being connected, 0, 1, 2, and 5, 6, 7. Notice that as well. So let's go to the flats. So we have C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat, and C flat for the major flat scales, which are in yellow there, right? Just like, kind of like the major scales with sharps up there, right? And then we have for our minor scales, we have A, D, oh wait, haha, A, D, G, right? So A, D, G, C, F, and notice how right in the middle there, that's when the major scales start, right? F, and then B flat, E flat, and A flat. Oh,